Hi, students. Let's talk about blues in minor keys today. So, how does that differ from our so called major blues or the regular blues that we typically play? Uh, uh, the normal blues is laden with dominant seventh chords. The minor blues generally hovers around minor seventh chords more typically. So, in let's get concrete and talk about in the key of C. The one chord where we normally have a C7 is now like in minor would be a C minor seventh. In the fifth bar, where we would normally see an F7, for example, we now see F minor seventh, right? And then for our turnaround, which would be the eighth bar, we would typically see, a 2-5-1 in a so-called major blues. We sometimes will see a minor 2-5-1. So in the key of C, that would be D minor 7 flat 5. Some people call that half diminished. I prefer the term minor 7 flat 5, followed by a G7 with some alterations on it. But really, probably the more common minor blues turnaround would be to go to a substitute five of five chord. So in the key of C, that's like an A flat seven, which moves down by half step in the next bar to a G7 chord. So that some people would call it maybe a flat six dominant seven, but it's actually the function harmonically is a substitute five of five dominant seven. So A flat seven, choice scale of choice there would be Lydian dominant, like we've talked about on a non-resolving dominant or substitute dominant chord. So those are some common variations. We tend to not see as many chord changes in minor blues, maybe as in a regular blues. They tend to not hold as much harmonic information in those progressions. And again, one of the study resources that I use is the Jamie Aebersold series, and this happens to be volume 57. It's got minor blues in all 12 keys, book and CD. You can also download individual tracks from that or MP3 tracks from jazzbooks.com. I'm not paid for that advertisement. It's just the material that I use with my students and what I've had success with. So it's important to practice the blues in all 12 major keys, so called, and it's also important to practice the blues in all minor keys. So get to work on that. Incorporate that into your practice routine a little bit every day. Work your way through 12 keys and see where that takes you. Good luck.